Hello, dirty trucking. At home, it's some dirty people in this world. After everything that's been done to me and my family in this motherfucking state, they just still, just coming with the devastation. And a lot of it has to do with me, that Chrysler Warren truck plant. How the fuck do you go around here knowing what those people did at that damn plant and don't hold nobody accountable? It sounds just like that Flint water situation. That's what they do around here. They cover up shit people that done wrong to people. And there's no accountability for it. And then if you seek justice for it, then they start coming after you to try to shut you up. Interfere with your job, your income, or start sending lawsuits here. So, it's a dirty ass motherfucker that's on this social media. When I find out who your bitch ass is, your ass the one need to be sued. I told you a while back about that woman coming to this door about that damn summons about a lawsuit down there in Tennessee. I'm still thinking this got to be some goddamn scam. Ain't nowhere in the hell somebody coming after me about a truck I don't even have that I turned in. Talk about I owe them over $14,000 damn dollars. And then on top of that, this woman somehow got into the building of where I live at through security, without security calling me and asking my permission for her to come up. She just came in. I don't know what she told them, or maybe she just told them she was the process server and they just let her on in. But they supposed to call you to let you know that somebody's here. But I guess that's an exception. Anybody can walk up and say they somebody and they just let them in. Like they did her. She got up here to my door and put that note on my goddamn door. And then I had to go play this little wild goose chase with her about trying to get these documents. Because now I want to know who the fuck up here sending a summons, some court papers up here to me. I ain't did shit. And this trucking industry, I'm so glad I'm fucking done with it. This is the most dirtiest industry I've seen for my life. All the trucking companies that come to mind right now that I should be suing, didn't sue, and was told by attorneys I should sue, and didn't sue. You sit up here and send a summons to my motherfucking house, trying to say I owe $14,000 on some TEL equipment. See, and I don't even know where you get this amount from. Why are you saying I don't have that truck? I turned that truck in. I was with R&M Transportation, and them bastards dirty. That dirty ass shit you did fucking recruited me from Michigan over to Omaha, Nebraska. We got a truck for you. TEL. Your monthly pick, your weekly payments, blah, blah, blah. Just come pick you. You couldn't even pick your truck. They brought the truck. You couldn't even pick your truck for R&M Transportation. They brought your truck. But what they neglected to tell me was that R&M Transportation was hooked up with TEL, who put in their lease that if you want to move the truck, you got to pay them $10,000. If you want to move the truck for whatever reason, you got to pay them $10,000. Or if you leave, I believe it says something about reseating the truck. You're going to owe them $10,000. I didn't find that shit out until I was already there. Then a Greyhound me over there. I'm sitting there on some telephone conference call with this motherfucker telling us this, and we going through the lease contract, and he gets to that part. What the fuck? That's not the appropriate time to find that shit out. You supposed to inform the drivers all this underhanded, dirty ass, trickery word and shit that you got in these leases before we get there. You don't bust me over there and let me sit at that table. I was already in a destitute position. I was in need of a job quickly so I wouldn't lose my apartment. They took advantage of a desperate situation. See, this is what I don't like. Motherfuckers lure you somewhere and don't tell you everything. Now you there stuck. I ain't got no choice. Oh, well, I guess they would say you have a choice to go home. To what? I ain't got no motherfucking job. I ain't got no money coming in. I didn't have no money going there. I had to call a friend of mine, Frank. He loaned me $60 to go there. If he hadn't done it, I had no money to eat when I went there. Because of this trucking industry and they bullshit they've been doing. Get over there. So I ain't got no choice. I got to sign it. I got to get to work. I got to get money coming in. I got to save my home. I didn't make no money there. I made a little money, but not what you're supposed to expect. I decided to leave. I turned in the truck, drove it back there to R&M Transportation. Went home. That was the end of it. That was fucking years and years ago. That's why I don't understand why this man, this attorney, after all these fucking years, talking about suing me like I done something wrong. Motherfucker, you better watch your mouth talking about suing me like I done something wrong. I didn't do a goddamn thing wrong. But what's wrong here is you collecting money on shit that you shouldn't be collecting money for. And let me tell you how dirty he was. Now, I'm recruited from Michigan over to Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I signed the lease papers at. But this guy sends me a summons from Tennessee. I'm like, what the fuck Tennessee got to do with this? I would think you would get an attorney up here in Michigan and have the case up here where you recruited me from. But no, that ain't what they did. He set a court date down there in Tennessee. You know why? Because he knew I wasn't coming down there. He knew I wasn't going to make it down there. He knew I wasn't coming to no Tennessee, period. That ain't where I signed the lease papers. You recruited me from Michigan to sign that shit. Why the fuck was I going to Tennessee? Now, maybe that's the headquarters of TEL. I don't know. All I know, I was recruited from Michigan by R&M Transportation over to Omaha, Nebraska to sign up with R&M Transportation, a reefer company who has turned out, since that woman come up here with that lawsuit shit, to be my worst nightmare. After everything that has been done to me in this motherfucking state and no accountability. I mean, when it rains, it pours. You just keep coming at me with shit. I be online talking about sue me. I remember saying something about sue me online, and somebody made a comment. And I'm starting to wonder if that motherfucker that made that comment is the reason that summons ended up here. How the fuck is you suing me over a truck that you got back and you reseated after it was turned in? See, that's some dirty ass. See, this is where the law and the government ain't doing their jobs. You financing money for TEL, these attorneys, to rip drivers off because they done got lured over there and signed the contract that got shit in it that ain't supposed to be in there. It's not. What trucking company do you know charges $10,000 to reseat a fucking truck if you turn it in? If I'd have known you're going to end up coming up here years later suing me, I should have abandoned that bitch. You'd have never found it. I should have did some dirty ass shit. But see, dirt, when you do dirt and dirty to people, it come back on you. That shit gonna come back on you. How the fuck, you ain't even thought about that? How the fuck do they get away with this shit? Putting this shit in their lease that's pretty much, I want to say illegal, but they ain't gonna say it's illegal. But how do you sit up there and charge a driver money to reseat your truck, and when the average trucking company already got a driver soon as I get out of it to get in your truck? See, that's what I don't understand. You put a receipt fee on there in that lease that I didn't know about till I got there. Now I'm in a situation where I got to get to work, so I had to sign this. and take my chances. I was hoping R&M turned out to be a good company, but I didn't make no money. That reefer shit, no, not with R&M, no.